Hey, this is Adam Kyle Jackson going live. I've been on for a long, long time, been on the road. Did a storm chase session, did some travel for other things. Been gone for like 3 months. And I've neglected the people here who follow, subscribe. So thank you. Um, Went from 0 to 500 and something by actually working hard. But what we're going to talk about is not YouTube and me. We're going to talk about Instagram and the word on the street. And so you've probably seen a billion YouTube videos, seen that Instagram is changing things. And so if you want to discuss that, I've got a few, I don't want to say tips. I hate tips. Like, here's your top 5 things that you can do to grow your Instagram. That none of, I mean, it's like the same video over and over again. There are some things that I think if you focus on, I think it's more of a prioritization of the top 5. So let's talk about what changed. So the I don't even his head of Instagram did a reel, a story, whatever. He did a video on Instagram to announce to the world earlier this month to talk about we're going to be moving and shifting away from photography, which is fine. We already knew that. So I don't think that's a shock. I mean, we knew that a year ago. We knew that when they switched to stories. So I don't know what the shock is there. We knew that when TikTok came out. I mean, that was the obvious that once that app came out and just exploded, we all knew. And I knew it too. I knew it when I saw all the photographer people, they were singing to stuff. What is this TikTok? And we saw that like 2, 3 years ago. So the bottom line is that Instagram, I think they're dying as a platform. If you take a look at their numbers over time, I read a stat just the other day. By 2025, they're going to have an irreversible negative trend of growth, which is really, really bad since it's a publicly traded company. So, what to do? What to do? And then they have this behemoth TikTok that's got insane growth, month over month, year over year, continuing. It's like no end to this thing. And so, if you take a look back at the stories thing, and I remember when that first came out, I'm like, what the hell is this? This is stupid. I just want to post a picture. I just want to post something that I ate today. I just want to post where I went to the store. And then people started posting these stories. I'm like, this is never going to catch on. And I was totally wrong. And I was actually back on Snapchat back in the day. I'm like, man, they just totally ripped this off. Well, it worked. And so I think what they're doing now is they're looking at that going, well, hey, we stole that. Let's just steal what TikTok's doing, which they tried with. And I mean, it's a subjective thing. I mean, actually, you look at it from an objective thing. TikTok is more successful than Reels, but I can just tell you with my own personal experience, and maybe I should preface all of this. This is all my personal opinion. I'm on TikTok. I enjoy it. It's a guilty I actually like it. It's fun. The content there's fun. I find myself laughing. I don't think I've laughed at a reel. That's actually probably the best point here to make. I haven't laughed at a reel. I don't think I've actually out like just uncontrollable. I'm sitting there and I'm like, holy, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I was on TikTok earlier before I got on here, and I was literally dying, peeing my pants, laughing. I mean, I'm laughing at it now. It was funny. There's some funny people on there. So I think humor is king. Why was Vine so successful? It's that short format content where you keep your attention. People are funny, and that's what people I want to see. eh, I want them to give me an experience that I'm not getting elsewhere because we come to YouTube to get informed and watch long form stuff. I go to Instagram for photography, and now I'm actually finding myself going to TikTok to laugh. So is Instagram going to do that? And I don't think so, because if you think about all the reels that we've seen that are funny, where'd they come from? They came from TikTok. So these people are bringing their stuff over from TikTok. So I think that the change has been made. It's already been made. It's been made since TikTok existed. That we're switched to video. You already started seeing people posting video posts to feeds, large, massive aggregator accounts that's got the millions of followers. If you go just scroll through their feed, it's all video, and there's maybe a few photos in there, and they need that exposure. So I mean that, and it works. And if you take a look at their views on the photos, it's a lot more than the likes they're getting on I mean, if you look at the views on their videos, it's a lot more views than likes they're getting on their photos. So the engagement works on video. If it works, then why the hell not do it? So I'm not going to whine about that. I'm okay with that. It's fine. It's cool. What they didn't make clear was where the hell are we going to get the content? Because let me tell you this much. As you can see, my lazy approach here, I've done nothing but go live. I don't do the editing. I'm not the best video maker on planet Earth. There's a lot of talented people out there, but let's talk about a talented person that does make video. If you're going to put that effort in, like right now, I'm at the worst engagement point ever. I'm at 1 a.m. here in Texas. I should never go live doing this, but kids are asleep, and this is the time I've got. There's pros out there that put literally months, maybe even a year of data together, compile video footage, all that stuff to create a video to go dump it on a platform where you're going to get zero exposure, you're not going to get paid for it. Why the hell would you do that? I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to do that with my half whatever attempt of video content making that I am doing. And so if I know that I can make a video and it can go viral with no followers on TikTok, why would I even mess with something where you've got a saturated platform with, mega users that soak up all the attention, you know? So I think that video is going to be the wave of the future is not the argument. We knew that. Like, I don't know why anybody would be shocked by that. I'm not shocked. I'm not mad at Instagram. I'm not a disgruntled photographer going, "Oh God, what are we gonna do?" I knew that a long time ago. I think the argument is where the hell are we gonna get the content from? And if you do find yourself building really creative, nice, awesome, cool content that people are gonna want to look at, want to watch, and then laugh at, why would you put it into a black hole that's not going to give you returns? So, um, that being said, so that's the preface here. We're talking about Instagram switching from photography platform to a video platform. I'm in my belief the transition's already happened. Here's the things I've learned. So this is what we're talking about. I think it's what you're waiting. If you're watching this right now, this is what you're waiting for. What did I learn? And maybe I should preface it with I started Instagram back in 2015. I started it to manage my guitar store. I had business accounts, and I really didn't use it for myself personally to make revenue. I used it for building revenue for businesses. So I lived in the paid ads world, had no shame whatsoever, hashtag wars. I did whatever I had to do to survive to make my business be heard because who wants to look at a business on Instagram? Not me. And so to try to make yourself a distinct enough business that's entertaining, it's very difficult to make money. So I learned that scrappy kind of way a long, long time ago. I've got business accounts that still have like 15,000 followers. I've just left them. I abandoned them. I have a 100,000 follower page on Facebook's probably like 80,000 now. Total graveyard. Left it, abandoned it in place. Don't even want to look at it. A couple of years ago, I decided, why don't I start doing this for myself? And I didn't necessarily want to be a photography account, but what I did want to do was demonstrate some of the things that I'm, doing from a travel perspective. I want to kind of like a journal and a diary, but not a travel account. Is I was like on the fence. I didn't have a goal with it, but I did have all these skills from building the business account. And I think the first argument here is, do you grow because your stuff is just that good? Or did you grow because you know how to grow an account, right? And I'm not going to get particularly upset if someone challenges me on my growth and say, well, because I've had people come to me and go, look, dude, uh, yeah, yeah, you post photos, but so do we. But how in the world, how in the world, how in the world did you get to 160,000 followers or whatever it is on Instagram? And so it could hurt your feelings. You can be like, well, people like my photos. They love it. And I do appreciate my fans. I do have fans. And I have to acknowledge that. But what the point is that, there are going to be people out there who do have material that are talented as talented or more talented than me, as talented or more talented than a renowned published photographer who are literally going to get 3 to 4, 5 likes because they don't have the Instagram skills or they just started their account and it's new. And this channel or me or whatever you want to call this, I'm not a growth channel. I'm not helping you grow. I'm just going to share with you my experience. And if this helps you in any way, please help me by putting it in the comments. Ask me questions. Another thing is I don't make money off of Instagram. Well, let me back up. I just started, so now I'm on the IG Live program, and it's like a couple of $100 a month if you go 15 minutes live every week. Fine, I'll do it. But as far as like selling my photos and the prints and all that stuff, you would be surprised how much money I don't make. You could qualify that as I'm a failure in Instagram business world, and that's fair. But I would almost suspect that other accounts also don't make money. I just don't think it's a good place to make money. And so my rant here started with Instagram switching from photos to videos to me getting into Instagram. And now here we are today. So I went from a nothing clicking cell phone, didn't have a goal, didn't have a clue, 20 something, 2015 account, just like everybody else started, to now I look at my profile grid and I'm happy with it. And I've got 160 something thousand or 150 something thousand followers with a really awesome fan base, which is so cool. And how did I get there? Right. And then me being challenged on that by, I get all kinds of good, nice, wonderful messages. But then you'll get that one person that comes in and says, "How the hell did you do this? We know you're buying followers. We know you're buying this and that." And I didn't use paid ads. I do have 3 going on now. I tried it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It actually kills your organic engagement. We can get to that's a whole nother video. But I've actually been very transparent about posting my organic stuff. Here's what I got. And this isn't about me bragging. It's about me telling you that there is a system in place and you will have to follow, and I'm going to have to follow. So the things I've noticed, I built an account. I went and if anybody's here watching, I got somebody here talking to me right now, and you can actually comment right here on the chat. I got 3 people watching right now. Thank you so much at 1 a.m. because I usually record these live and then I'll post it later. What I've learned is I went to an account called Adam Jackson Travels. And I had fun. Actually, for the first time in a long time, I had fun. I actually had fun on Instagram. And then the limitations set in. And let me back up a little bit. So my second account that I formed was about 15 days ago. I quickly grew to about 3,000 followers in 15 days. And it had nothing to do with my previous account. Most of my followers, I actually checked it, that had nothing to do with my other account. It was me actually hardcore working, following people, liking. And, I talked to some friends about it and we had some chats back and forth and said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go build an organic account. Watch me, watch this happen. And I did it. And me actually just being me, just here liking, doing stories, swiping, uh, following, unfollowing, whatever. Instagram, the limitations kicked in quickly. It was faster than I thought it would be. And I wasn't doing anything too egregious. I wasn't really doing anything crazy. Wasn't spamming people. I was liking every post that, I could find. So maybe that did it. But the limitations is what really, I went from having fun to just like, God, okay, I'm done. That's it. Joy's gone. Killed it. So and the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you just now started your photography account, or you've got a relatively new account, or you've got an account that's got less than 7,500 followers, the challenge for you is going to be you're going to be in a sea of follow for follower accounts with 5,000 follows, 5,000 following, and Instagram is going to limit the crap out of you, and they're not going to recommend, and they're not going to give you any reach. I have a hard time getting reach with my 150,000, and that's just the way it is. And they're wanting, and this is the part that I'm confused about. you always hear they want you to pay, right? So they've gotten rid of the reach. Back in the day, I was one hell of a Facebook ad manager, and I was the first store. They probably won't tell you this. Facebook and we beta tested the very first Facebook store. I was the first one. I worked with their team, worked with their engineers. I had to sign a secrecy agreement. So if you're watching this right now, Facebook, sorry. And I learned some stuff, and I learned what they were going to do. And Facebook stores failed miserably. Nobody shops over there. Instagram, I don't think is working either. And when you have a paid ad strategy that makes sense for you and your brand, it pays off quickly. It really does. If you pay attention to it and you're not just throwing money down the drain on stupid stuff, you can grow an account. So I grew a Facebook page to about 100,000. I grew Instagram to 15,000, relatively short amount of time, using a paid ad strategy. I tried that this week for the first time in a long time. It's not the same. And so I started seeing ads again. Here's the other thing. So I know I'm rambling and ranting a lot, but that's what this is about. And I hope somebody's finding this valuable out there. What I saw between the differences of my initial account, which is 150,000 followers, to my brand new 15-day-old account with 3,000 followers, when I started scrolling through the feed, single other post was an ad. I had never seen an ad over on my other account, if you can believe that. So if you scroll through, I'll scroll through, go through all the people I'm following, like them all until I get the "you're all caught up," and I hadn't seen an ad at all. I don't see ads in my stories. The other account, ad, 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 ad. So I think there's also a tenure thing there. I think the algorithm considers who's got what. And this is all theories. I have no clue. This is all my personal theories. But it's got to be there's it was such a stark difference in the experience and contrast that if you're a new account or you're trying to build or you got less than 7,500 followers, you're going to have a challenge ahead of you. And I'm not trying to laugh at you. Um, why am I on Instagram? I don't know. I actually don't know anymore. So I was sitting there wondering about that the other day. Like, man, what am I doing here? I'm not making any money. I get likes on my photos. It's cool. I have a portfolio, and I was telling my kids the other day, I was like, if when your daddy passes away 80 years from now, you can show your kids this is what Grandpappy Adam did 70 years ago, and maybe it's my portfolio, maybe it's my legacy. And that might be a macabre, morbid way to look at it, but I mean, to me, that's all Instagram has become is it's a land and sea of lost, forgotten posts. I mean, think about something you posted 2, 3 years ago. It might have been the best image you've ever taken in your entire life. It might have been the best video you've ever created in your entire life. That's gone, right? And you could repost it, I guess, but so it's kind of I was getting down, but I didn't want to get cynical. So I'm thinking this whole approach to video, let's embrace it. Let's do it. Let's do this, Instagram. Let's see what happens. The other thing I've noticed. So first thing I noticed was between my new account and my old account, the new account, different experience. Lots of ads, tons of ads, tons of ads. Um, Tons of limitations. I can like everything. I can sift through all the stories. I can follow whoever I want. I can unfollow. I have never been limited on my other account. Within 3 days of me having a brand new account, we take certain actions to limit certain activities, blah, 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 blah. And you get the 24-hour Instagram jail. So that was it. I was like, damn it, this is stupid. Like I'm not like some insidious troll coming on here to like spam people. I was actually interacting with people, having a good time. And you just keep getting blocked doing things organically as a human being. What the hell kind of platform is this? So it was discouraging. The second thing I've noticed is something happened to my main account. Something big happened. And I went from getting tons of likes within the first hour to now that I started posting to Reels, something changed, something switched. And I think this might be some empirical evidence. It's all theory that the change has taken place. Because on my stuff, I would normally get a whole bunch of people that I've never seen before come in. They'd like, they'd comment, maybe they follow, maybe they don't. I'll interact back with them. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Cool, it's whatever. Now, now it's like they're running a steady stream, a very slow drip across all of my posts. I'm getting people liking stuff that I posted 2, 3 months ago. I'm like, "What the I haven't had any activity on that photo in a long time." And it's not somebody going in and liking everything. It would have to be somebody going and scrolling down, missing everything else, and liking a photo from 3 months ago. That's unlikely in my opinion. Instagram had to have gone to that one and said, "We're gonna recommend this." And if you take a look at what the Adam guy said, the Instagram leader guy, in his, message to us, yeah, yeah, we all got caught up in the video thing. He also talked about, "We're gonna change the way things are recommended." And I think I'm seeing that now. And so I think hashtags are gonna go away. Or at least they're not going to be as prevalent. You're not going to see people getting found. It's going to be more of a TikTok model because the way TikTok works is you post something, they'll show it to 10 people. If those 10 people go, hell yeah, we watched the whole thing, they'll show it to 100 people. If 100 people go, hell yeah, we watched the whole thing, they'll show it to 1,000 people. It's exponential. And Instagram historically has really sucked at this and making a, you know, a hashtag war scenario. And I actually had more success doing more than 30 hashtags. And I just did it to prove a point. So on some of my posts, you can't even, and by the way, if you use more than 30 hashtags, you can't promote a post. And so some of my most successful posts, I used more than 30 hashtags. And that was within the last 2 weeks just to see what the hell, man, what's going on here? Video. So the other thing I've noticed is I'm starting to see reels being recommended in my feed. Have never seen that before, not the way it's being done now. And when maybe it's not the homepage, but it's in where you scroll through all the posts. It'll stop me midsection. It'll say, "These are the reels you should watch. We're recommending these to you." It used to be pictures, now it's reels. So folks that I was finding with that method is that's gone. Like I haven't seen them recommending me photos of other people in quite a while. So the Reels thing is up. It's up and running. They're gonna go full force with it. Cool. So I've also learned that, and I think not learn, but the thing that you should consider is, and I'm looking at it wrecking my engagement as we speak, is when do you post a reel? Do you post a reel and a post at the same time? Because if you're supposed to post on your peak engagement, that's one time for me. That's 12 Central Time here in Texas on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, right? Whatever it is. And so if I'm going to post a reel, am I going to do that in lieu of posting a photo, or do I post them at the same time? And so I've done some experiments with that. My most successful reel, and you could argue it's just because it's that awesome. I think it's awesome. That one was cool. I did a reel with a really cool song, some clouds, and it's got like almost 11,000 likes and got, for me, that's insane. I'm not like a popular guy by any stretch of the imagination on the reels front. And with that going that kind of like that, that's kind of viral for me. And then I started saying, okay, well, let's replicate this success. No, that doesn't happen. The rest of the reels have been slow trickle, slow drip, but they're catching up. It's weird. It's really strange. So I think the flow of content, I think there's going to be a traffic jam. You can only show so many things to so many users. I think there's a queue. That's my theory. Because if you go through a niche, if they've got you pegged, like, okay, this is storm photographer guy. Okay, cool. I'm pegged now. This is where I'm going. If I post anything out of that genre, I'm going down unless I just brute force attack it and take crap engagement for 3 straight months until I prove a point. I'm storm guy. And there's a lot of other storm chasers out there and storm photographers and ballet photographers, street photographers, uh, storm, whatever it is. Um, I got into dance photography. I was looking at these ballet photographers. It's really really interesting. I like really really unique type photography. But what I've recognized is that I don't have a strategy anymore. So that's one thing that threw me off. It's probably throwing y'all off too. And I'm just seeing people throw reels out just to throw them out. And you can make the argument, I'm doing the same thing too. Just throwing it out there. And what I'm learning is just throwing music over an image, that ain't gonna cut it. Like we're gonna actually have to start working. I'm gonna have to actually edit one of these and not do them live like this. And that's the next step. That's what I've learned is that I don't think the quality of content is there. I don't have a repertoire 10 miles deep of video content because I've for years. So I think there's some people that have a head start from TikTok and YouTube. They're going to crush the game. We've got to catch up, right? So if you're going to be successful at this, you're going to have to start doing some videos. You're going to have to catch up. You're going to play the catch up game. And I think they're going to have an algorithm sophisticated enough to sense and sniff out, did they take this from elsewhere, right? So if I'm making something on TikTok, if I'm making something on YouTube, is Instagram going to go, whoa, 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 wait a minute here. You guys, no, 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 no. We know what you're doing. You're taking this from over here. No, no, we want unique content. We want to be your number one. And I don't know if they've got that capability. I don't know. If you know that, please let me know in the comments. Does the algorithm, does AI, is it smart enough to go, whoa, whoa, whoa there, killer? Yeah, we saw this go viral on TikTok. We don't think so. No, no, no. You're not bringing this over on our platform. You should have brought it on our platform to begin with. We would have made you viral, which they wouldn't have. So I think that's probably the next step for anybody that's going to try to succeed on Instagram is you're gonna have to catch up. I'm gonna have to catch up. There's people holding on to 5, 10. How long's YouTube been around? A long time. There's people that were doing Vine. So I'm seeing on TikTok, there's a lot of Vines. There's some holdovers out there. My favorite platform is Reddit. If I just like am doing nothing and don't care about, whatever. It's like me watching TV. I'm probably on Reddit at some stupid, subreddit somewhere and looking at the content over there, really in the comments, right? You go to Reddit for the comments. That's the other thing I've noticed about Instagram. I want you to ask yourself something. Ask you something really, really tough questions here. Ask yourself, when's the last time you actually had a meaningful conversation on Instagram? For real. Without one getting to like people thinking like, why is this guy talking to me? Or being misunderstood in the comments, or having to do a little bit more effort than just making some emojis, or so when's the last time that you actually used Instagram as social media? So I'm going to make an argument that it's not social media anymore. Even go to TikTok, go to those comments. People are laughing, they're commenting back and forth, and it seems to be more jocular over there, less serious. If you go to any post on Instagram, go find me a conversation that isn't some stock response with emojis. I challenge you. And if you have had a conversation in the last week in one of your posts in the comments, tell me in the comments below. I want to see it. Link it. I want to see it. I want to see this conversation. So I don't think it's happening. Direct messages is a mess. It's the other thing. So there's a lot of spam bots. There's a lot of direct messages. There's a lot of groups that you get involved with. Instagram's got a long haul battle. I don't have this issue on any other platform. It's Instagram. Facebook is a nightmare. I've left that for good. I'm done. Facebook Messenger, when I open that up, it just looks like an explosion. It's white noise. I'm lost. So, well, thank you for watching. I got a commenter over here. I've been ignoring the crap out of the chat section here. Recording this live stream because you post it. I'll repost it. You get paid to do 15 minutes of live every month. I do. You have to have, I don't know what the criteria is. I think it's 100,000 followers plus, and then you have to demonstrate something. Love these theories. Well, thank you. They, that's all. That's all this is. This is all theories. It's my theories in my head. Been doing it a long time. Lost and forgotten post. Post something great and then it's gone. That's exactly right. Yeah. So when you're posting something, it's like, "Ugh, I worked on this for It's not like it's going up on the Met gallery and people are going to go walk by it every day. It's gone. It's gone. When's the last time you've scrolled through your own feed and went and saw something from 4 years ago? I haven't. I'm not. I'm not going to do it. Why would I do that? And that's another problem with the platform. Instagram has an indexing problem. And I've said this for years. It is a data management issue. Because if you go on your phone and you look at your photos from Apple, what does it do when you log in? Memories. Facebook, what does it do? memories. It'll say, "Hey, look, remember this?" Instagram is a dead platform from a managing data perspective. The minute you stick something on there, it is gone. Maybe the only thing is highlights because it's up front that you could go and maybe index, here's my top hits, here's the things I want to remember, here's the things I want you to remember about me. Maybe that's the way to do it there, but other than that, it's a black hole. You're done. And I don't want to do that to my work. I don't want that to happen. It's sad. Sad posts. So I've been ranting for 30 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully, people have found this useful. I got two watchers right now. I can't believe at 1 o'clock somebody's actually watching me rant about Instagram. I'm going to do these more often. To sum it up, Instagram moved from photo to video. No, it didn't. It's been video for years. They just made it formal. The next is new account versus old account. I think that people who've had an old account that grew past the 7,500 glass ceiling are going to have a heck of a lot easier time managing the process and the transition. Straight up. And the only reason I know that is I put my money where my mouth is. I started a new account. I grew it to 3,000 followers and continued getting blocked by Instagram. Doing nothing but organic movement. No bot, no paid ads, no buying followers, literally interacting with people and using it like a social media platform. And they freaking blocked me. Buzzkill. The placement of reels in the recommendations and how your content's getting recommended is going to change the game. And so what they're going to do is they're going to come to your profile and they're going to say, this guy, Adam, he has no reels. We have nothing to recommend. Goodbye. That's my theory. Hashtags are going to be dead. That's it. It's over. They're going to rely heavily on the algorithm with the exponential recommendation model, just like TikTok. Done, right? And then the overall intrinsic value, the happiness factor. Are you enjoying it? Are you having conversations with people? Are you connecting? Are you really connecting beyond your friends and immediate circle? Are you really getting out there and going, hey, hey, blah blah blah? Probably some incidents, isolated incidents. I've met some people, really cool folks on there, and I'm not trying to down any of these conversations I've had on there. What I'm trying to make a point of is that I just don't feel like, in general, we're using it as a social media platform anymore. It's not. And then the last point is it's a black hole. Once you post something on there, it's gone. So this is Adam, Kyle, Jackson talking about Instagram on YouTube. Don't want to do it over there. Yeah, their AI bots probably find me over anyway. Um, I will be back on live. I'm gonna start doing the YouTubes again. I actually enjoy this. This is fun. I hate the ring light. I need to fix this. I need to get this. I'm gonna keep bumping into stuff and my desk and I have saggy pocket issues and my hat sucks and you know I need to get the YouTube appearance. And I also need to get a camera that exposes properly. Look at that. I got to hook up an Nikon. All right, enough me complaining about YouTube and the way my setup looks. I hope you guys find happiness. I love every single one of you guys that follows. Love all your content. I love the likes. I love the love and support. I really do. I do. I intend to continue you until they stop, until they say don't do it anymore. I continue to be me, all organic on Instagram with you. And that's what I'm here for. So thank you for listening to me tonight. Let's end this stream.